Well, Manchester United's search for a successor for Ruben Amorim, who was sacked on Monday, is well underway. Surprise names in the hat to be interim manager in terms of taking the team for the rest of the season. Gunnar Solskjaer and Michael Carrick, and possibly even Ruud van Nistelrooy. Certainly Solskjaer and Carrick have been spoken to by United today on an informal, exploratory basis. So some fans may be getting excited about the prospects of Solskjaer returning, maybe even Carrick, but it has been stressed to me that these are very kind of exploratory early stage talks. So it's not a suggestion that these two guys, Solskjaer or Carrick, will be back as United interim coach. Both have held that position in the past, as we know. It's a case of gauging their availability. Now, obviously, both are out of work. Carrick was fired by Middlesbrough at the end of last season after almost 3 years in charge at the Riverside. Solskjaer left Besiktas at the start of the season. Again, he was fired by Besiktas. So Solskjaer's situation, almost 3 years in charge at United, had an up and down time at the club. Now, obviously, there were some big successes in that time. A big dramatic Champions League win at PSG, reached the Europa League final, which they lost on penalties to Villarreal, finished second in the Premier League, but there were obviously some terrible results under Solskjaer as well. Notably a 5-0 home defeat against Liverpool, which kind of sparked his decline and his exit, which followed a 4-1 defeat at Watford about a month later when, ironically, he was booed off the pitch by the Man United supporters. So he may be popular with some fans, but a lot of fans will see it as a backward step to bring Solskjaer back. But he's available. He is popular with lots of the fans at the club. So United are speaking to him about his potential availability as an interim manager beyond the next two games, which will be taken by Darren Fletcher, who is in charge for the Burnley game on Wednesday and the FA Cup tie against Brighton at the weekend. Now, Michael Carrick, who had 3 games in charge of an interim spell in between Solskjaer and Ralph Rangnick, remember him, back in 2021. He is also another name that's under consideration. Carrick, has impressed a lot of people in the past with his time at Middlesbrough. He's very steady, he's very understated, and he commands the respect of lots of people at Old Trafford. So again, United once again thinking about going back to the old play route, the old kind of legend, just to kind of calm the situation down, bring back a sense of stability to the club. And Van Nistelrooy also fits that, but he had a brief spell in charge, a 4-game spell last year in between Erik ten Hag and Ruben Amorim. But obviously Van Nistelrooy's record was tarnished quite badly by his time at Leicester, when Leicester were relegated as one of the worst teams in Premier League history. So United are looking to the past to kind of as the bridge to the future when they seek to hire a permanent manager in the summer. One name that isn't in the frame, I've been told, is Wayne Rooney. United haven't contacted Wayne Rooney, the former United captain. Obviously a great player of the club's past, but he's had a difficult time in management with Derby, DC United and Birmingham and Plymouth Argyle. None of those clubs ended well for Rooney, so he's not in the frame. But Solskjaer, Carrick and Van Nistelrooy, amongst others, other names that we're not quite aware of yet, but United are looking around, asking the question, and I expect them to have an interim coach in place by the middle of next week after the Brighton and the Burnley games this week.